Hello everybody, my name is Nazasu, as you all know. Today we're going to be talking about the true endgame of Dauntless, which is fashion. So, as we all know, looking good in Dauntless is like the main goal. Let's be honest, trials, nah. Farming, nope. Definitely not. It's all about looking good. So, we're going to talk about the basics of fashion and stuff like that, things you should keep in mind when you're making your transmogs, and all of that nonsense. So let's start with the obvious ones, which is like transmog stones and actual other transmogs you can get. So I like, on top of having, you know, all the cosmetic transmogs and etc., I like to have a plethora of transmog stones at my disposal for if I'm needing to swap a part out that's for some other helmet or like some other body piece that looks pretty decent, that goes with the look that I'm trying to do. One of my favorite looks before I had a lot of transmog stuff was this, with the Koshai chest, the Scrave gloves, the Nasher pants, and the Stormclaw helmet. And of course you need transmog stones to be able to buy the pieces that mask what you're wearing. Otherwise you're just gonna have a bunch of random perks that's not gonna work too well. Because if we just did, you know, all of these with their correct perks, this will be Koshai, this will be Scrave, and this will be Nasher, right? We're gonna get a bunch of random stuff that's not gonna work well together. So transmog stones let you have a bunch of different things together, so you're not making a bunch of random builds that don't make sense, which of course makes sense to why, you know, you have the transmog stones in the first place. You know, to be honest, like, not gonna lie, I can't believe this actually made a somewhat decent build. Energized with a garbage dick on strikers though, but you get the idea. That you're using your transmog stones to look a certain way, so you don't have to deal with bad perk economy. This is my friend Reapeth. He has a look that works pretty well all together. His is red for Vice, my blue one, but yeah, that's what transmog stones allow you to do if you don't have you know, the cosmetic items that people who have been playing the game for a long period of time have. Hunt pass things as well, those are very handy. So you don't have to worry about, you know, not having the right things. So like the ninja hunt pass has the ninja top, and you know, so on and so forth, etc., etc. But to get a majority of the looks that look really good, you're gonna need some sort of premium cosmetics that you can either only get from the store, here in the armor. They come in sets mainly that you can mix and match pieces with, or the pumpkin head, which is only available for one day, which will probably be out by the time most of people watch this. Lanterns honestly really don't matter, but I like the mushrooms for my lantern. But you can buy lanterns if you want. They're not essential for making your look complete. You could just use this bog standard lantern or the lanterns that come in the hunt pass. Like for this one, it's the wax one, which is actually pretty good, to be honest. Yeah, and then once we get, you know, pieces together and we can mix and match a little bit better, we can get you know, looks that will actually work well together. So for this instance, I use the pumpkin head with the Ramsgate, Ramsguard scout jacket, the unseen gloves, and the unseen legs. If I didn't have the unseen legs, I'd probably use like ninja pants or like the seeker's pants, because these actually like work well with the jacket. Either that or maybe like the Ostian pants or like the Desperados. I don't really like the boots on these, but that's neither here nor there. It's a personal gripe. I don't like the stripes on the pirate pants, but actually this would work well together. This is my current look on one of my transmogs, because it all matches with like an umbral theme, so it goes well with the actual stalker's weapon, so I don't have to transmog the weapon. I could use like the backbiter or maybe the Kiss Me Deadly for hammers if I wanted to do that, or maybe the the goddamn giant candlesticks with a witch's promise. So those are options that I have, or you could just use other hammers, other weapons for your transmogs like I do in this build here. Instead of using the Thundering Maul, I use the Stormclaw's hammer, Storm Hammer, because I like how the center of it matches with my little mushrooms and with my eyes on this one. And then we have the antlers that go, like the tips of the antlers go well with the gold, the black with the main haft of the hammer goes well with the black on here, and then the greenish from the antlers stand out on their own. So I like this transmog a lot. You could definitely pair that with like the Champion's hammer. Obviously that goes well together, black and gold with black and gold. And then here with this frost build, I have the Boreas hammer transmogged with the Peerless Leviathan, with the we have the gold elements matching with the fur of the poncho and the fur of the Scrave gloves, and then it looks like that, you know, this person's from a cold area. That's usually how my transmogs go, is like they go with a certain theme. Maybe not this one in particular, it's just kind of the Aetheric Guardian armor with the Hellion hammer. That's literally it. But this one's definitely more like a radiant ambassador, you know. So we have the Reza hammer with the look that matches it. Same with like a druid type thing with the fur on the gloves. The gloves could be entirely different. I could make those like the unseen gloves, because that would probably work well with the bandages, but the bandages won't match up with the Seeker's tunic, because you can't change the color of those, unfortunately. So that's basically how my looks are. But the things that we want to consider when we're making our looks is that things have like a base color, or like a base to them. So we'll take this look for example. This is I was like pre-working on this before I came up with the final version of this one, which is a lot cleaner and a lot sleeker. So as you can see here, we have the alabaster on the base of the armor, and we keep that base going throughout the entire piece, and then the accents are the vice dye, or the mandrake in this case, before I changed it to vice, because I think the vice matches better with the hammer than the mandrake. But again, we have things that accent each other and make things stand out a little more. And the only thing I don't like about this transmog is the belt area, because it's obviously the stupid Zephyr Strike stuff, but it is what it is. We gotta deal with what we can. And the reason why I'm not going for something like Arc Slayer because it's a little too chrome. It's a little too polished, and we can't get the right look that matches everything. It's a little different than like the other tunics and the other things. I think the Seeker's one on this one is actually really nice. This one has more of a plasticky look for the Masters. Night Hunters definitely has like that trim that's a little too chrome for the look we're going for. We're looking for like a more gruff and rough look. Definitely the Desperado's coat could work in some sort of capacity, probably not with the helmet, but it's not too bad. But I go with the Zephyr Strike stuff for this one because we have the nice base that carries through the entire thing. Man, if I could speak, that would make this a whole lot easier. But that's basically the general gist of it, of how I make my transmogs, and things you want to keep in mind for when you're making yours. You know, you have your metals, which is like the arm here, your fabrics, which is like your legs. Then you have like sort of plasticky, not really metal materials, like the headpiece for Rezakiri, or like the Seeker's tunic pants, right? Or like, yeah, the Seeker's pants. They are more of like a plasticky look than like any other pants, because this is more of a fabric with the Masters stuff. And you'll kind of understand like what works well and what doesn't with each other as you're making your transmogs. Yeah, as you can see here, we carry the black base throughout the entire thing. The gloves are the exception, and the boots. The boots are white to match the main armor piece that we can see. The trim and the armor is all gold, matched with our golden crown on top of our head, or tiara, and then obviously the champion's hammer matches with the entire outfit. But yeah, those are some things you want to keep in mind for while you're making your transmogs. Also, while you're doing your dyes, don't do all one color. Make it stand out a little bit, you know? Because if we just do like, oh yeah, the Sub-Zero dye is great, right? But we can, if we do something a little different to make things stand out a little. So you got blue and orange, you know, basic action color or action movie posters. Color scheme here, and then we got here with the black to give us like a nice contrast, or we could go with something like a yellow or like a pink or something that makes the rest of the armor stand out, like this gradient here. Maybe probably not with the base of blue, but maybe with like an orange or something from there. Would look good. You may want to change the arm individually. Maybe instead of doing the Aetheric Guardian's gauntlets, we'll do the arm wraps, right? And instead of the orange here, we'll do the blue as well to match the rest of the outfit. That way we keep everything in line, so it's not too crazy. You know, just some things you want to keep in mind when you're doing your transmogs. I hope that this has helped you in a little bit to understand how most people probably look at their transmogs. I know definitely for me, so it might improve yours. If this helped, please let me know down in the comments. If you want to discuss this further, also let me know in the comments, or you can stop by my Twitch channel, which I am live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I hope that this helped you. Again, yeah, and good luck on your hunts, and I shall see you guys next time.